Welcome to a new FADA fiscal year. October 1, we start a new year of serving all of our members around the state, and we're very pleased that many of you have already renewed your investment in this association. This is your October news report, and the FTC is beginning some investigations that ought to have your attention. They're looking at advertising, and they're looking at how dealers apply discounts. Now that's something that has concerned the Attorney General's office here in Florida, and now with the federal regulators taking a look, we would advise you to look at our FADA guidelines on advertising and make sure that you're following those guidelines both in your print, broadcast, and website advertising. You know, it's hard to believe the legislators are already back in town, but they're preparing for the 2014 session of the Florida legislature. And we're going to go into that session with one more request to tighten up the relationship between you and your factories. Some of the captives are starting to get very specific about which products they'll accept in a loan portfolio. So we're going to talk to the members of the legislature this year about prohibiting practices where a captive finance company can refuse to accept products other than their own. We think this is pro-consumer and pro-choice for both you and your consumers. So we'll need your support as we move forward on that. In addition, it's important to note that the State Farm program called Parts Trader has hit a bump in the road. Body shops, both independent and dealer-owned body shops, have placed an injunction against this Parts Trader program. If you own a body shop, or if you're big in supplying wholesale parts to those that do collision work, you need to know about the State Farm Parts Trader program. It is a challenge to the way the business is being done today, and FADA has information for you. The KPA, one of our leading vendors, is going to be offering a very important webinar, and I hope that you and your staff will take an active role in that. It will be held on October the 24th. OSHA has some new requirements out there, and the people in your tech area have to be aware of those new requirements. So please plan to respond and tune into the KPA webinar. There's another area that's very important to every one of our members. The Consumer Finance Protection Bureau has been talking about rates and how dealers offer financing packages in the stores. But the most insidious attack of all will be the next wave from the CFPB. They're going to look at the types of products that you sell your customers after they've purchased a car or truck in your store. And they are going to begin to look at how lenders regulate the sale of those products. So this is something to be very aware of, and FADA is following this closely. And finally, I just want to thank you for your membership in the FADA. We've been serving you for over 90 years. We're happy to, as we say in the office, have your back. We're looking out for you in the legislative and regulatory environment. Most important of all, the Alliance lawsuit continues. The 11 factories that are suing the state of Florida are challenging your direct ability to have future franchise law protections. So if you're not actively involved by being a contributor to the FDRN, you need to do that today. You can't sit this one out on the sidelines, because this is a direct attack on your franchise rights. It's really not about just warranty reimbursement. So we want every one of our members to engage. Thanks for tuning in to another issue of FADA TV.